Coaches, they're the best athletes. Look how obedient this class is. Come on. Earlier, Alex asked me exactly what I'm kind of expecting from this. We'd like to see you state the movement, demo the movement 2 to 3 times, and then pick a lane to break the class down to 5, and then pick a person to break it down to 1. And give clear, concise commands, down and up, down and hold, and give 1 to 2 coaching cues per rep. And if you need help, this is the safe environment with which to do that. Who would like to go? No, you know what? I'm good with that. So, Cyril, show us how it's done. Oh, I thought you volunteered. I'm so sorry.
All right, if y'all face me, please. Air squat.
Stop. This is demo perfect. No. If we're going to clean up that squat, let's go over the 9 common points of performance. I want your demo to be flawless if you ever want to test for your L4 again. And the squat, teaching the squat is what they're looking for. That's the one thing they always go over because it's pretty much everything we do. Watch. Here, please. Did I keep neutral spine? Go slow and make it so good that L4, they come up to you and go, congratulations. Would you like to work for home office? That was so good. We hold you to the highest standard possible, and that was not it. Start over, please.
Air squat.
Ooh.
Shadow position. Feet under your shoulders. Toes turned out at a slight angle. Let me see that side position. Here, why do you feel a bit? I'm going to say down. You're going to send your hips back and down. And hold. And I'm going to say up. You're going to push through your heels and stand up. Ready and down. The lower rough. There you go. Up. Down. Laying the neutral spine. And up. Widen your feet a little bit, please. What's your name? Jim. Widen your feet a little bit, please. A little more. You got wide shoulders. Widen your shoulders are way wider than that. Down. Up. Much better. Down. And up. Down. And up.
Let's call time. What did he improve on? Yeah, the second squat, you eliminated the slight change, the slightest change in shape of the low back and the bottom. And you rallied, because I put you in the hot seat. Everyone's looking at you. And you got better. What else did he do well?
Complimented loud.
Praise loudly. I like it. He also immediately caught some stance things, right? Because we're coaching from where? The ground up. So immediately, just right here, we're looking at what? That's not going to work for the air squat, is it? Yeah. And then what did he start doing? He went over the commands. Were they clear and concise? He might have moved and talked at the same time. We don't have an issue with that, but at the L2 they do. So we want you to know how to do it, speak or move. But the commands were clear. The last thing I would change on them is instead of starting here, where would I start you? And now I have what? Yeah. And that small change, this is fail. This is pass. Questions, comments, concerns on any of that? Joe, I notice you're off the platform, which is not wrong. Is that so you can see Cyril better? Would you like to go again, or are you done?
Get someone else.
Copy that. Who would like to go next?
And if not, I'll go again.
That's all right.
Okay, air squat. Feet shoulder width apart. You see that stance. Shoulder width. Toes slightly pointed out. Good. Good stance. Good. Then we're going to start to send our hips down and back, like we're sitting in a chair. Ready, down. And up. Down. And up. Down. And up.
Try to go around the perimeter, pick a line, and pick one person, and then
Okay.
give 1 cue per rep, even if it's a compliment.
Ready, down. Up.
People try to give her something to fix. You're all squatting too good.
Ready, down. Oh, this chest is so high. Ready, down. Up. Down. Knees out, 0. Down. There you go. Give yourself. Stand. Down. There you go. Stand. Down. Stand.
It's called time. What did she do well? Yeah. Yeah. I also liked how I was able to whisper in her ear. This is a coaching etiquette thing. Let's say I'm the secondary in a class, or I'm just like back there, and I see someone that needs fixing. While she's talking, I'm not going to go, hey, Alex. I'm going to go, Alex's beard is unkept. There's a razor. Right? The whisper in the ear, the Jiminy Cricket, is the proper etiquette so you don't rob the coach of control, which is a safety issue. In case like something needs to happen, the coach can go, hey, do this, and you just all immediately do it like Pavlov's dogs. And then I whispered to her, get on the perimeter and divide the group of 15 or 18 into the group of 5, into the group of 1. And that's when she started dialing in. And then Cyril, his knees were like touching at the bottom of the squat. She caught it. What could she improve on? Because we want to add immediate value, knowing that we're not perfect and we need to get better. How do we make Kate better?
I think we went from shoulder width, and then just backing down without covering the core, and then shoulder widths. Is the only thing I would say.
Okay. I think you could have done less is more in one of the descriptions, although I love like sitting in a chair. That was descriptive stuff that I'm going to steal from my class tomorrow. You're about to say something, right? No? No?
The praising loudly and correcting softly, is there any benefit to correcting loudly so that other athletes can because there's probably 10 other people doing the same incorrect thing, and if they hear, hey, Cyril, get your weight in your heels, maybe they would fix it too. What are your thoughts on that?
Wayne, do you know how every class kind of has its own personality? So what might be a class where we would critique loudly, and maybe another class where we would critique quietly, if we had an example of that here, based on like the time of day?
7:30 p.m. you can correct loudly.
You could even call them names. Idiot! Get the heels down, moron!
And then our 7 a.m. and our 3:30 p.m. you want to correct quietly because they're a little bit more shy, reserved. They don't feel like they're really part of the gym yet, so give them a little time.
I've made people cry before, and I don't want to do that, but I've done it. And fortunately, they didn't quit the gym either there or here, but that's not why we're here, right? Yeah. So, Cyril, I think it depends on the person and the group, and this is when we're going to kind of dial it into two things. One is, I can't stress it enough, know how to teach that squat, know how to see the squat, know how to correct the squat, because it's going to affect everything. And additionally is the relationships are key. Several people in this room are talking to me during the consult about either building their own business or understanding how to interact with people. And it's just going to come down to if they trust you or not, if they like you or not. Cyril took a video of his noon class from a couple Fridays back, and he had this really authentic confrontation with one of the members about mixed grip. And this person didn't want to change their mixed grip because this made them feel like a badass. This is what the badasses do. And Cyril's point was valid and true, and it's what I would have done. You save this as your secret weapon for your 1-rep max when you fail here. Additionally, you want to increase your grip strength by having an overhand grip for as much as possible. Third, we have a skills transfer into cleans, snatches. But this person did not want to change. I'm reluctant to say water the flowers, not the weeds, because I believe each one deserves a chance to grow. But that would have been a person that either I would have chosen to talk to after class to try to make that connection stronger, or kind of go, you know what, that's probably not my person, and just kind of leave it at that. But again, I don't believe in disposable relationships, probably to a fault. Hey, has anyone here seen Spinal Tap? Do you remember Stonehenge? They're a rock band and they're on tour, and they have this blueprint for Stonehenge as this big prop that'll lower behind them on stage and it'll be magnificent. But the blueprint wasn't to scale. So when Stonehenge lowered down, it was about this big, and they were really, really mad. I ordered everyone a copy of one of my favorite books called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And on screen, this book looked like such a deal. We're going to get a single file line, and I'm going to give everyone a copy of this book. You might want to warm up before I hand it to you, okay? One for you. It's one of my favorite books. I appreciate you. One for you, sir. One for you, sir. I appreciate you being here. One for you, so you don't hurt yourself. It's heavy. One for you, sir. I appreciate you being here. One for you, sir. I appreciate you being here. One for you, kiddo. I'm so glad you're here. This talks about what you and I talk about a lot in the back room. That's there. Ross, way to work hard today. I appreciate you. Proud of you. Textbook. Here's a textbook. Hey, I'm so glad you joined us. Thanks, man. Well done. Way to fix that squat, kiddo. I'm proud of you. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. You're one of the good ones, man. I'm so glad you're here, dude. Yes, sir. Hey.
Thank you. So nice being
That's so good today. Thank you so much for being here. People, let's get on that wall. I'm getting a picture of everyone together.
You got one of those pictures for us?
Stonehenge. If you were here last month, I sent you a PDF to evaluate my performance today. And all of you gave me glowing A pluses, and I learned nothing. But then I came back and said, I need something to fix. You give me something to fix. You give me something to fix, right? So when I send this to you and you send it back to me, don't give me all A pluses. Say, you know what, sometimes you slur your speech. Sometimes you say hip width when you mean shoulder width. Idiot. Those kind of things, right? But I need to make sure we get immediate value so that when I have one again next month, we can get something out of it. Stand by for picture. Hold up your book if you have it. I still can't see it. No. 3, 2, 1, boom. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today. I appreciate you. We're going to do questions and answers over to the side if you want. But if you're brain dead, you can take your